and welcome to the goddamn motherfucking shit show.
Well, there you go. Nope.
Dang.
Now you tell me you're here.
Shitty feedback through the headphones. You gotta have your boy check the audio because it's like crackling like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
My headphones, but I think it might be the Procaster. So, I feel like I'm the centerpiece. Oh, now we're both on the side.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, I'm your side.
Yeah,
Listen here.
we all have our place.
What? Mine is dead center.
Front and center to the left.
Wow, to the left. Okay. Wow. All right, I'm just waiting on a response from him.
So how's the audio? I guess there's nobody here yet.
I can.
Hopefully the audio doesn't suck balls.
I mean, they're listening to your audio compared to my audio.
Yeah, but
So-
sometimes these cool, like, fancy-ass things have problems.
Mm-hmm. Kelby.
Mity is needy. I don't know you, but I like you.
Wow, Sierra.
Somebody understands.
No, don't feed into her. Don't feed into her. She bullies me enough. How are you doing,
That's
Sierra?
not true.
No. You
There's
don't hang
no-
around my stream enough.
There's no enough.
No. She is like queen of the bullies.
Okay, so audio's good. Is that
Is it sounding good, Sierra?
my headphones suck? So having them plugged in didn't sound great.
People are slowly coming in. You love me. I do.
Yeah.
And then she comes at me like that.
See, why are you picking? You're the one bullying her. Obviously.
No, you don't.
Obviously.
You're never in my streams, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Sierra,
what's
my
that
VODs
saying?
are recorded.
Intent is 5/5 of the law or something.
Is
shit
it?
Like, I don't know why.
I thought it was possession is 5/10
Well,
of
in
the law.
Texas, it's intent now.
Oh my god!
You see the bounty hunter program they got going on?
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, Foxy, how is the sound on your guys' end?
There's a static sound. Well, let me adjust that because that can't be allowed.
I'm on a professional setup.
Well, let's call it what it is.
Amateur setup, sorry.
Yeah, it's an amateur setup.
Amateur hour at Fettshutt. There's a small hum.
Let me pull you up on my phone. I haven't had this setup running for a little while because I'm a bad person and don't like to stream very much when I'm, running all over the country. Oh, you look good. Look at you.
I look fat. Could it be picking?
Okay, no, that's definitely a problem. Let's can we kill it?
Yeah.
And then we'll readjust our stuff and be back in a minute.
Yep.
Because I don't tolerate bullshit audio.
All right, guys, be on standby. We'll be right back. We're gonna fix all this stuff for you.
Tell me that fixed the stupid audio problem. You can turn that thing back if you want. Test. Oh my god, it's infinitely better. Hi, my name's Kyle. Oh my god, Rocket Mortgage sent me an email. Go F yourselves. So, all right. The tournament is postponed until announcement.
Yeah, I had this whole huge thing for subscribers only, and then it came for that day, and 2 subscribers showed up, and I was giving away.
Oh, I remember that. I was telling people not to see if I could get them not.
I believe it. I believe you would.
I would never do that.
All right. Well, yo, hey sheep, do you hear that? Do you hear that sound, sheep?
What's up, sheep? Nice to meet you.
Do you hear that? Look at that. Look at all that less work you're gonna have to do on this one.
All that fewer work, I think, because it's an amount measurable.
You know what?
I
Get out of here with your smartness. All right, guys. I am here with Fettshutt. We'll get his multiple links dropped on the YouTube video. But for now, can we shout out Fettshutt, please? Sheep here on the Twitch. I am starting a brand new motivational interview podcast series.
Oh shit! I thought this was okay. I can roll with that.
You know, we can work things in as we go.
The mic is low on your end.
Is it? Is this better now?
Oh shit! Restart your whole speech because I had you muted. Sorry.
You motherfucker. All right.
That was my bad. I had him muted. It's normal in my life. I usually tend to mute him whenever I see him.
It's true. Yesterday, whenever he didn't want to talk to me, he just goes, shun. So I am starting.
So give him your spiel about how great the audio is going to be for him now, because he didn't hear any of that.
Oh, no, he
heard
didn't.
none.
He heard nothing from the
Yeah.
beginning.
No, he heard
Sheep,
nothing.
Sheep, do you hear this? Do you hear this? Do you hear how much less work you're going to have to do? How do you hear that? Like,
It's much more better.
it's way more bets, sir.
Oh, Sierra coming in with the gut punch.
It's okay. I'm an entertainer. I take shots for a living. You're going to be okay, man. You're going to be okay. All right. So I am starting a brand new motivational interview series where I'm going to take people that I know outside of the video game world and some that I've met in the video game world, and we are going to be interviewing them, getting their story, finding out what it was that was their make it or break it moment, and how it is they still maintain the level of success that they've achieved through their struggles today. Just so that you all can see that it doesn't matter where you come from, what side of the tracks you're on, whatever your struggle was, that if you keep persevering, you can do whatever you want. We're going to start today with...
This chat's glorious already.
They're so wonderful. They're so great. So we're starting this off with Fettshutt, mainly because of how my first view on him was when I met him.
It's much like many people's view.
As opposed to, like, now that I've actually got to know him and have formed a friendship with him.
Friendship.
I just like
More like a bromance.
It is a bromance. I love you.
Love you too, boo-boo.
No, so when I first met Fetts, I just walked in and the rich kid. Like, the first thing anyone ever told me about him was that his dad owned most of downtown. So I associated...
Story of my life.
So I associated that with just another rich kid. But as I spent time...
Which is fair.
As I spent time with him, he's much more than that. He's actually not just another rich... He's not even a rich kid. So
I'm old.
He grew up way different than what I thought. So why don't you give me a little background on where you came from?
So, well, as Mity, it's going to be a struggle for me.
It's okay, go ahead.
As Mity knows me, many of you don't. I got to tell him a little bit of my backstory. Rewind. My dad, all right, successful businessman, made all of his money after I left the house when I turned 18 to go to college. So I grew up, with a dad I never really got to see. I know, poor me. But he worked, literally 20 hours a day. Like, he would go and work night shift at Hormel and then come home and farm. So, as a farmer, struggles were real for money, that's just how it is for farming. So I never got to enjoy the spoils of my siblings, we'll say. And on top of that, sorry, Dad, but you didn't really like me. And, he didn't actively dislike me, but, I've always had to prove myself to my old man. So I kind of set out on my own when I was young and, just opted to, force my way through life rather than, some of the people in my life have just kind of had things handed to them, which is, not how most of us get to do it. college was kind of my make it or break it moment when I learned I had to work for money.
Oh no.
I mean, I always knew that. I had a job since I was 15 years old. But I moved to Arizona to go to school, and it was like, you can't just fuck around and not get money. So I learned really quickly that people don't give a shit about your situation.
Right.
You don't pay your rent, your ass is out on the street. So luckily, I had some cool roommates in college that kind of helped shape me early on. And I saw, one of them was from Mexico, and I saw the freaking guy. My God, the shit he went through. Just to be here, let alone be successful, was kind of inspiring to me. I was a cocky little jock fuckhead when I was early college, definitely late high school. But I grew out of that pretty quick because I discovered the nerd community. Some of my friends kind of got me into magic and stuff like that, and that's kind of what developed my normalcy. That and the bullshit from I shouldn't say bullshit, but I grew up different than my siblings. Not that they don't work, but I had to work because it didn't exist. If I didn't buy it, it didn't exist. So,
Right.
So that's kind of how I've shaped everything that I do, which, I mean, Mity can tell you, I don't really stop.
No, I don't think you guys understand what
He's
I
been
had
trying
to
to
go
plan
through
this
to get
podcast
this.
with me for months. And it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that, when I first met him, I was like, well, I'm so busy. And he's like, yeah, whatever, okay. Like everybody always is. But truth be told, I am actually pretty busy.
He's very, 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 very busy.
We don't open the store till 2 today, and I've already had people at the damn door. It just never stops.
I think for over half the time I spent trying to get this set up, you weren't even in state.
No.
Crazy.
No, I was definitely not. We moved up here. I grew up in Austin, but I moved up here from Florida in 2018, that summer.
That recently?
Yeah. Oh, what weird. What happened? Your chat just
what is-
exploded.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But yeah, no, we moved back in 2018. I had 0.5 intentions of coming back to Minnesota. Like, I had no intentions of coming back here, but here I am.
This town sucks you in, all right?
It does. It's like a black hole.
It's not a joke, guys. I have moved out of this town 5 times, only to come back.
Oh, yeah, there's no escaping this delightful little town.
Wow. Thank you for 1 year.
got
1
it,
year.
yeah.
1 year. Wow, that's crazy to see that. Wow.
Sorry if you guys can hear that. I'm trying. It's not supposed to be vibrating. I just know how much Mity likes that.
I
So
love it, especially from you. You got that strong vibration.
that's fair. But yeah, so we moved up here, and I actually started this business on a credit card. Got a year of no interest, so I was like, "Fuck it, we'll see what Austin can pull for us." And we ran for about 9 months or so, and it went really well. So we decided to renovate the store, and yeah, here we are. But that's now. I mean, I've done literally everything except for active duty military service, I think.
Didn't you volunteer with the Coast Guard?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Coast Guard, but we'll let it count.
It doesn't really count. That was more of a helpy. But yeah, I mean, shit, I've done armed security. I've played professional golf at a competitive level. I've taught golf. Golf. That's what I went to college. I got drafted to college or recruited to go play golf, and that was just the worst amount of money I've ever spent in my fucking life. Because as soon as I graduated, America hit like our economy, like our hobby economy, just took a dump. So there were no jobs in golf. So I had to, make a Jesus Christ, guys, come on. My own Discord blowing up here.
It does. This man's Discord be popping off all the time.
I got a couple good admins in there that keep it active. So, but yeah, I mean, shit. Armed security. I don't think I've been a prostitute. At least I haven't been paid. So that's still out. The verdict's still out on that one. I owned a tanning salon up in St. Paul before my old game store. I used to work on repair equipment. I mean, like literally, I used to hustle everything for money. If I could make money at it and it wasn't, if it was worth my time, I would do it. But yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. I think there's more levels to that, but I'm wildly unprepared for talking about myself. So,
So what would you say was I call it a make it or break it moment. It's that one moment where you know that if you don't do something now, then this is where you're at forever.
So in 2009, 5 years out of high school, freshly graduated from college. Actually, no, I've been out for 2 years. I own a tanning salon up in the Twin Cities, St. Paul specifically. My partner at the time was a piece of shit bag that was just draining money off of everything. I mean, I didn't know this at the time, but credit card debt was going up that I didn't know was in my name and all this shit. And I'm working 3 jobs and my own business, two jobs in my own business, so 3 total jobs. Mm-hmm. Teaching golf, working in an underprivileged community voluntarily, which was the dumbest shit ever. Not that that's a bad thing to do, but like I was doing it voluntarily when I had no time. Mm-hmm. And then running my own business. I started getting letters in the mail saying our taxes on the house were 2 years back due, and this was owed, and our electricity was going to get turned off. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And then I get a tax bill from the IRS for like $40,000, and I'm like, what in the actual fuck is happening? So like in the span of like a week, everything kind of came crumbling down. I ended up having to kick my ex out of the house at the time for multiple different things. The tanning salon that I had, when I had bought it, the state of Minnesota had switched the sales tax over to tanning was taxed the same as alcohol and tobacco, so it went from regular 7% up to 19.5% sales tax. Well, I ran it for 2 years, making $200,000, charging people 7% sales tax. So the IRS didn't see it that way, and they were like, well, you got to pay it. Then I found out I'm $12,000 behind on my mortgage and taxes for the house, or maybe not quite that much. Maybe it was like $9,000, but it was like ridiculous, which my ex at the time was in charge of that stuff and just not doing it. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting phone calls from the state. I'm getting threats from people, and I was just like, shit. Like, I was like, I so badly wanted to crawl into a fucking hole and just die. Like, I mean, I'm over $100,000 in debt, and I'm 25. Like,
Damn.
Like, I mean, $100,000 in the grand scheme isn't that much money, but when you're young, like, that's absolutely freaking terrifying. Like, I mean, $100,000 is a lot of money, but like, there's people way worse off than that. And I just decided, I don't condone this, but I got just shit-faced drunk with a couple friends that had just got back from Afghanistan. And they were like, well, just, don't be a pussy. That was their advice. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, you can't just like crawl into a hole and be a pussy. He's like, just fight it out. So that's what I did. Got up the next morning. I liquidated everything at my tanning salon and had just enough to cover the tax debt. And I had about $15,000 left over, I was surprised. Mm-hmm. So I paid off my tax debt to the IRS. I ended up selling that house I was barely able to cover my ass by selling the house. So I got lucky there. Like, the money I made on the house, I was able to pay the back taxes and stuff on and give money to the ex, because that's how Minnesota works.
Yes.
I also had a vending machine business that was, making a couple $100 a month, so it wasn't anything. So I kept that off the books. Don't tell the IRS.
They don't pay attention to me.
So my friends and I got, again, a week later after selling everything out of the tanning salon, super drunk, and we just tore all the walls down in it. Mm-hmm. And we were like looking at it, and we were like, well, what the hell are we going to do with this spot? Because I paid for 2 years of rent. Mm-hmm. So one of them's like, well, let's open up a video game bar. So that's what we did. We put a bunch of plasma TVs on the wall, bought a bunch of consoles, wired it all up, bought some cool couches, and we started to run video game tournaments, eventually with the intention of getting a liquor license. Well, time goes on, and we never got the liquor license, but then these nerds started coming in playing this card game, Magic. I'd heard of it, but I hadn't played it for so long. well, some of my friends from Afghanistan played it, the guys that helped me, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's fun. So slowly it morphed into this game store, and I got pretty good at running it. I failed hard at that store. I hired a guy that was selling meth out of the back. Bad idea. I partnered with some idiots that just ended up fucking me over, stealing damn near everything. I shut it down once and tried to reopen it as something else, and then those guys also stole from me. And I shut that down and reopened the game store, and I ran it for about a year, and I was like, I can't anymore. So I liquidated everything and moved out to California to do golf again. It was about a year and make it or break it, but the moment I would say was, my friends telling me to just don't be a pussy. Mm-hmm. I know, like, that advice is kind of like...
I don't know, I get it.
Yeah, but it resonated with me. That doesn't work with everybody. Like, sometimes it's just impossible to find the motivation. Like, I get that. I've been there, but when you've got guys that are... I'm not a small guy, but my friend, one of my buddies that came back, he's like 6'6", 300 something pounds, like no bullshit. So when he spoke, you listened. Like,
so, and I do got to say, like, whether or not you know it, your store has made a huge impact, at least in the nerd community in this town.
Good, that's my goal.
We the shop we had before was.
Oh, that's my wife. I'll be right back.
So, hey, help me. How you doing? What's up? How are you guys doing, chilling in chat? Hi, how are you? Doing all right. An anonymous gifter gave Crayon a tier 1 sub. That is awesome. I don't know who you are, Mr. Anonymous, but you've been coming in and showing love, and I appreciate it. But the shop we had here before was, like, it started out great. They were running everything, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon, Digimon, and then they had their comics, and they had a great comic selection. And then after about 3 times of it moving and 3 times of it switching ownership, the last guy, I don't know who he was, but he shut down Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
Oh, just I wasn't there when whatever happened, so I have no clue why. But he shut down Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyone that came in and he saw Yu-Gi-Oh on them, he kicked. Like, I got kicked out once. I came to learn Magic. This was the day that I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sink some money into this and learn it. But I brought my Yu-Gi-Oh with because I was supposed to meet up with some friends and we were going to play Yu-Gi-Oh. He looked at me. He's like, is that a Yu-Gi-Oh deck in your backpack? Like, yeah. He's like, get out. I'm like, what? Get out. He refused me service. And after that day, it just went downhill.
I could shed some light onto that situation, but I'm not going to.
You totally want to. So, like, I'd all but given up on any nerd events because the shop eventually closed down, and it was I want to say a good year, maybe.
At least a year, yeah.
Yeah, a good year with nothing in town.
Yep.
Like, you had to go to Albert Lee if you wanted to go nerd out. And then this, we're just going to call him a thing because he doesn't deserve to be called a person anymore, told me that he was helping build the new nerd shop in town.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. It was like a new nerd shop. And that was when he brought me over here on opening day and was like, yeah, I pretty much own it. It was great. There's a whole story with it. I'll get into it another time.
That's a whole different podcast.
That's a whole different podcast. But it's, holy crap, 10 tier 1 subs. Oh, Mr. Anonymous, thank you.
Look at that. Look at you, just big Willie in it.
I know.
Congrats, man. Congrats. Good to see you're doing well.
Yeah. My story is a different time. So what would you say, like, keeps you going? Outside,
she's back there.
You want to come say hi? Come say hi.
5,000,000% my motivation.
You can come say hi.
5,000,000% my motivation is my wife. 100,000,000,000%. Mostly because she will beat my ass if I don't do what I'm told.
Very, very angry lady.
No, my motivation for the store originally up in the cities too was community building. You know, I had a teenage boy up there that hit me hard because he was suicidal, and he was 15 and he had tried to kill himself, and that, like, I had never dealt with it in such a, intimate setting before, and that hit me really freaking hard. And I did my best to get to get through to him and talk to him, but his moms didn't want to listen to it. Nobody wanted to help him, and he did eventually end up, taking his life. And that he was 16, like that was when it happened, and that I was like, that's shitty. Like he came here to get an escape, so that was what I wanted to be. I want to build a place where people can come and be who they are, and not have to worry about being judged or harassed or like you can come up here and be you. Like that's. I don't want people to I don't want them to feel like they can't be up here and be who they are.
Right.
Like that's my motivation is to keep, I like to take care of the people around me. Like we said earlier, you can buy shit cheaper online, but you come in here and buy it for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could totally go buy what I want online, but then, that takes money away from you being able to pay the bills here.
Yep. Yeah, it's the nerd community is a cool one, to say the least. It's very, what's the word? Deep, I guess, is probably. It's weird isn't the right word, but it is one of the words I'm going to use to describe it because it is some of the weirdest sons of bitches.
It is almost cult-like if you sit back and think, like once you're in, you're in, and there's no way out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that really made it. That Eli was that kid's name. Actually, oddly enough, we've got an Eli up here. Yeah. I caught him stealing from my store a couple times, and had to have a talk with him, but. Little shit. Yeah.
What would you say, since starting the store, one of your most
Ollie, what's up, buddy?
Your most inspirational moment since opening
opening the store
here.
I don't get inspired easy. Honestly, it would probably be all the people that volunteered to help us demo this place. People came out of the friggin' woodwork to come help that. Like, we were young, and it showed that there was a community excited to. So it really made it worth it for sure.
It almost didn't happen. I don't know. I don't think you were there, but we almost died.
I had the damn ceiling fall on me.
So
you ever hear that?
No.
When Travis and I were putting up the second floor, it slipped off of the brackets, and it was just me and him, and I was standing on the third step of a ladder, and I fell through the ladder trying to hold it up.
So I was helping with the back wall tear down there, and you had a gas line back there. And so one of the idiots I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm like, all right, you go for it, do it. And he tries to pull it out of the wall. So I shove him out, and I'm like, we're going to take 5. We're going to take 5. So after he domes Mitch in the head twice with a freaking 2x4.
Oh, yeah, this is the guy that almost owned the store, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes
He who shall not be named.
He goes to light his lighter, but he lights it next to the gas line.
I'm not surprised. This is also one of the 2 guys that were helping us. And I don't want to be unappreciative of the help, but I told them to leave a single wall up in the middle of the store here because all of our plumbing for the bathrooms were in it. Mm-hmm. Now they Hulk smashed it down, kicked it, ripped the plumbing out, and we had a fountain of water shooting 8 feet in the air.
Of course they did.
Yeah. And this building is built in 1886-ish, so to find the water shut off was a debacle in itself.
And if you guys want to see what the store looks like, we will be providing you with a link to the Fettshutt YouTube channel. Where
you can see the before and after.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Because when you first opened the store, there wasn't all this open space. It was
a law office originally.
Yeah. There's just a hallway with a bunch of rooms.
The boom boom rooms.
The boom boom rooms.
That's a nerd store. There was no boom boom happening.
Where are we at here?
I guess does anybody on the chat have any questions?
That is a good direction.
Ollie's here. I miss Ollie. I haven't got to talk to Ollie in a while.
Ollie has been working his little ass off.
That's good. It's good for you. Success equals work. I know it should be work equals success, but that's not.
No,
that's not what it is.
So, he's currently at work.
Nice. Ollie, what do you do for work? Or unless that's too personal.
No, it's not personal at all. No.
Yeah, I've enjoyed us, and it's been.
Kelby's here.
Thunderwolf?
Yeah,
Do I know them?
I talk about him a bit. His chin is the background on my computer.
Nice.
Yeah, just zoomed in on it. Oh. I work as a product flow associate at Best Buy.
Mikey works as a product flow associate, but not at Best Buy.
No, it's for Adam and Eve. I'm sorry, Adam and Steve.
Yeah, definitely, though. If you want to see the store before and after, our YouTube has the walkthroughs. Towards the end of it, you got to get through all the card games and shit, but...
Do you have, like, any special events or anything coming up?
Sunday, we're running Call of Cthulhu on stream, and we'll let you wonderful nerds participate in the investigation.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu is amazing. It's like
D&D, but better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say better. It's different. It's the same type of game, but it's like based in the Lovecraftian universe, and our investigators, our adventurers are just generic humans that can be squished.
I got to wrestle an elder god and win.
But did you win?
I did win. I didn't die at the end of that campaign.
Dying isn't always...
Okay, I didn't lose my mind at the end of that campaign.
That's fair.
Because I got a critical success on my sanity check. That
Yeah.
whole game was nuts.
I mean, we had one game where one of our members ended up getting castrated because he was looking for Peruvian prostitutes.
Yep. We castrated him, and then we sold him as a sex slave to some old lady.
Yep. What a weird turn of events that was.
That was also my One Punch Man run through.
Mm-hmm.
If I smacked it, it went down.
Yep.
It was great.
Yep. I think it was the same character. He bit a zombie.
And did not get turned, mind you.
Ah, the sleeping one.
You got any like magic stuff coming up?
No. Well, October 14th, we've got a modern tournament, but that's I don't have the deets for that right now.
So you're just more into the whole D&D Cthulhu world right now?
Right now, the streaming stuff has been more better for us than running tournaments. So
that's fair.
No, the zombie did not become human again, unfortunately.
No, I bit him and killed him.
Yeah, Mikey bit him to death.
Yeah. I'll never forget it. I rolled to bite the zombie.
Turns out if you eat through to the brain, they die. Who would have thought?
So.
Well.
All right. So with that, again, can we get one more shout out for Fettshutt, please, guys?
Come on, follow. You can see me and all my wonderful nerds up here, and sometimes Mity even makes an appearance on stream, so we can make him rage quit Commander. It's fun.
You guys are assholes.
Yeah.
No, I did not use my penis to kill.
Nope.
No.
Unfortunately, there's like a critical failure would be every. That'd be every roll.
Every
right?
roll, because my measurements isn't on the dice. But if you guys want to see more of more the nerd world, that's more this man's area.
My name is Kyle, by the way, not just Fettshutt.
No, we're gonna call him Fettshutt. You don't call him Kyle.
You buy me a monster, I will punch some drywall. It won't see it coming.
So I hope you guys will enjoy this series. This is one of like 12 more interviews that I'm working on getting lined up. Definitely this isn't the last you'll see of Kyle here on stream. Again, I hope you guys go check him out. Remember, guys, also, it is September, so all purchases of subscriptions or gifted subs are discounted by 20%. And it goes, and it really helps the streamer be able to give back to the community since Twitch is not taking their cutout this month. Of subs.
Give this man some money, damn it.
And give this man some money, damn it. Thank you all for coming out. Links will be posted in the YouTube video. If you're going to watch this on YouTube, as not only do I live stream these on Twitch, they get uploaded to YouTube. Please leave a comment and on like if you want to see more, what you want to see of, other ideas that you have for this podcast series. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will catch you here in a couple hours.
I'm also going to sprinkle in a giveaway for your YouTubers that comment. They're not going to know until they get it, but we'll once we get let's say give it a week from the post date.
All right.
And I'll run a raffle and we'll send something to somebody.
All right, Sheep, we need to put this on priority for up on YouTube if you could please. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Appreciate you.
Fuck off.
With that, a new ride on this shit show has opened up. I thank you guys for staying through to the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I won't nag you about the usual YouTube stuff down below, but if you want to stay up to date on the videos as well as anything else, you know where to click, and we welcome you into the stream fam. There are also links down below for Mity, Fettshutt, and the editor, myself. Feedback is very helpful on my end, but mostly just trying to keep it fun for both you and me. On that note, I want to thank you guys again for stopping by, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.